Waiting for Sunda Ruby. Is this working? Here we go. This doesn't sound very good. Five waiting. How is this working? Alright. Look at my screen. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Good evening. Can you guys see me? I feel like it's not working. Let me know if this is working. I feel like I'm frozen. Cool. All right, cool. I have a little bit of delay. So I've been filming with the GoPro Max 360 and then my iPhone. And my GoPro was broken. So I exchanged it and I got the 10. I've had the Hero 8 and the 9 and I had a bunch of them and I stole them earlier this year, which was a bummer. But I love the 360 because the view we could get with it was really cool, but you can't do live. All right, I have a wicked leg. I'm in. Okay. Sorry. My phone, I'm able to use to read your comments and also stream, and I'm trying to keep everything on the same, like on my phone or a GoPro, because to edit everything it just looks funny. So too much information. That's my jam. All right, this is kind of annoying listening. I just want to read the comments. So anyways, tonight it's Friday. It's like 9 here. And I'm gonna in my rear things out and that are next and put in your bottle. Lucas oil, but I got the wrong one. Oh, and I need MAC sealant. I thought I had some, but fine. So we're not doing that tonight. But I am going to use this to loosen up the hardware in my rear track bar, so I can up my. Let me see. Live chat. Seeing you from Resmile 18 at the Vora Hawthorne 275. Very cool. How are you guys doing? That's awesome. So yeah, I'm doing track bars tonight, and then tomorrow is like a stupidly busy day because I haven't been feeling very well this week, and then I've just had other stuff going on, and I'm kind of a procrastinator. So I've got to do all of my tires on this, and then these tires are going off and going onto the new wheels on the Yoda until I get some other tires for the Yoda. And we're putting the red sticky crawlers from BFG on the Jeep. And then I have to bring this to the shop and put it up in the lift because I have spacers, like kind of like level things out because the motor, because this is the Eco Diesel motor, it's a bit heavier in the front. So I've been running those on both of my diesels to get the height that I wanted, but it shifted, I think, when I rolled. So I have to pull those out. Hopefully the coils are not bent. The pucks are pretty squished, so I may not put those back in. We'll see how it looks and how everything sits. My shocks, my arms are all adjustable, so we'll see if we have to, if that needs to happen, then I'll just put them back in. But I'm gonna do that, and then I have to adjust my track bar in the front because it's not quite right. Things are not super smooth. I'm getting a little bit of death wobble. I mean, I am rolling around at like 8 PSI, so on the road. So it's fine unless it's like, I don't know, a really big pothole, which is not okay. Your Jeep should be able to run at like no PSI, no problem, down the road. You should not have death wobble. So, and I don't run a steering stabilizer either. So, I mean, they do serve a purpose, but for me, if my Jeep needs a stabilizer, it's not right. And right now, it's not right. So I'm gonna try and fix that tomorrow. And then I have a few more rock lights to put on. I have these awesome Radiance. These lights are really cool. They're gonna be in my rear bumper. These are my backup lights, and then they also have like a secondary color, so I can have them glow red as well, which will match my rock lights. And then my 360s that are supposed to go across the front are not gonna be on. I have to make a light mount at this point because everything that could kind of work is back ordered, and yeah, it's just not happening. So let's see. Anywhere. How did I learn all this? I love questions. Ask me questions, people. How did I learn all this? Well, let me give you a little backstory about how this all started. So I was a disaster restoration contractor, and I was posting my designs and such of properties that I did. I did commercial and residential, and I love fashion, despite how I look right now. And so people would ask me where my outfits are from. So I started blogging and like doing fashion blogging. So I did stuff with Kohl's. I want Jeep parts. I want to make friends. Like, cause I had just moved to Nebraska, and I didn't know anybody. So I was like, I'm gonna start a Jeep page. And the previous diesel before this was Ruby, the Rubicon, which is how this all started. And so I started posting pictures with that, and it was great. And then I just didn't want to just be a face with a Jeep. So I went off road, and I was just addicted, like from the get-go. Like I wheeled every weekend. I would drive to Kansas, and it was like 3 or 4 hours each way. So, and then I did my first ride, I guess like pro ride you would say, as far as with other famous wheelers, influencers, off-road people, with the Rockstar Garage and Holly Fowler. She was riding with them at the time, and I met all kinds of awesome people. Bill Adair, he's one bad LJ, like the sickest LJ. His wife, they just built a new LJ. It's like a postal service LJ. I forget what it's called. I'm sorry, Dana, but it's a great, like, beautiful rig. They're awesome humans. Who else did I meet? I met a bunch of people that first weekend. We wheeled in S'more in Missouri, and then from there I did the next stop of this was during the Great American Crawl the first year, and so I went down to Windrock in Tennessee, which is amazing if you've never been there. It was so great. Met all kinds of great people that week too, and going back there hopefully this summer. And then the next stop was in Kentucky. We did Black Mountain, Harlan, Kentucky. That was awesome. Met Jen, Happy Jeepin' that weekend. She has a really sweet rig. It's a bright green JK, and I'll hopefully be wheeling with her and Holly this summer at Ivy Branch. I think that's happening in July. I want to say it's the 7th or the 8th maybe. Ivy Branch in West Virginia. We did the ladies run last year, and this year Holly's hosting it, so hopefully can make it for that. And if I'm not there, I hope you go, because it's an amazing park system. So, really long answer, I know. So yeah, we did that, and then I went to Trail Hero in Sand Hollow, which is where I live now. I live in St. George, Utah, which is next to Sand Hollow State Park, which is like some of the best wheeling in the world. And it's just, yeah, things kind of exploded from there. And then we did King of Hammers, and then I went on the road that May. So, and then I was on the road from May till, I think we stopped moving in October. So, and now we're based out of here. So, and as far as learning, I'd never wrenched on a vehicle until this Jeep, other than like changing a tire. And I was always like, have the warranty handle it, because I've had the worst luck. Like I usually do, I buy the warranty. And I don't ever do anything that would take me out of warranty until this Jeep, or the Jeep before this, I should say. So I surround myself with great people. I just read and watch everything I can. And honestly, I learn most through doing. So when I did my ton swap last Jeep, learned so much. And then this Jeep, we chassis swapped it. So we stripped it, took the bodies off both of them, stripped everything down to the chassis, swapped everything over to the frame, I should say. If you don't know what that is. And so stripped it down to basically, so it was like a frame and wheels and like suspension. And then, or not even the whole suspension, I should just say, wheels and arms and a frame. And then put everything back on, and I learned so much from that process too. So just keep, you know, start with small things. The first mod I did was a frame top bumper and an anorak. And just take your time and watch YouTube and reach out to people. And, you know, if you can, like, surround yourself with other people that do work. And for me, like, I started wrenching because, like, I understand, I learned through doing, but I've had so many things done wrong to my vehicles when I've had other people touch them, and I've had some things done very well. But I've lost a lot of seat time. I've lost business because of it. My other Jeep caught on fire. And, you know, I can't comment on what was done or wasn't done because of the legal things that are in place for it. But, you know, I lost a lot of seat time for that too. So, I try to do everything I can myself, unless it's something that's a warranty issue, because this motor has 8,000 miles on it, and my transmission and all of that. So I don't touch that. That's under warranty. So, but everything else I will touch. And then when we're not under warranty, we'll do everything else. And we have a Scout that we're LS swapping here, rebuilding a 40 series. We have a 60 series. Those are Toyotas. And we have a bunch of other things that we're working on here. So I'll be wrenching on those, obviously, but I'm not the brains of those projects. Joe, who is my partner, we are starting a shop together. And so this channel, most likely the name is going to change, because Send It Nation, if you don't follow me on Instagram, is my kind of just like my followers and just the family like that we have created, for those who follow me, and just my community of people is Send It Nation. So I've been toying around with the idea of just changing the page over, because it's not going to be just me. You'll be seeing Joe, and we'll be walking you guys through all sorts of different vehicles, whether it's a Toyota, a Scout, a Jeep. We have a very cool vintage truck here. We have the Power Wagon. We've got dirt bikes, motorcycles. So we ride dirt bikes together. I just started, and and I forgot. How could I forget? The 71 Bronco that we're going to be restoring as well. So we have a van that we're going to do. I think it's a 3/4, so we're going to do a 1-ton conversion for it, and build that out to be like an overlanding little monster truck. So yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys along for that. Let's see. Scout 8800 or a Scout 2. You have a 69 FJ40. Hey, a 71 FJ40. Nice. Hey, send it. Working hard or hardly working? Well, Joe, I am hardly working on working hard. Let's see. So 69. I think this one is a 70. It's a 70 something. I'm not sure what the year is. I did not buy it. Joe bought it, so I'm just along for the ride. But she's back from paint, and I want to show you guys the shop, but we're working on moving things because there's been a lot of stuff in here, so it's not like ready, camera ready. But I can show you, I'll take you along. I'll show you the Scouts at least. Literally, it's a mess, but let's see. This is what we have. Literally, we haven't done anything. Well, she's been stripped down and obviously the motor is the state that it's in, and there's gonna be tons under it. I think this guy wants a full cage in it. I'm not certain though, but that is a project that Joe's been working on before we decided to do this. So and then the Toyota, I've showed you guys this briefly. She's been painted, and we're gonna keep this as original as possible just because it's so pretty, and why not? Let me see. Here we go. Can't tell if the light's okay or not. So yeah, this is the Scout. One of them. We have two. The other one, and neither one of these are ours. These are customers of Joe's. This other Scout is actually our neighbor's brother's. For you Scout lovers, obviously. Lots to do here. This is not getting a motor swap or tons. He just wants to drive it. Like, so the goal is to make her so she's street worthy and you can drive around the hood, go get ice cream, just drive something fun. So you can see, I know this lighting's really bad. She needs a lot. So yeah, there's a ton of work to be had here, and we're working on figuring out a bigger shop because a lift is a must. So kind of just figuring things out, but you know, planning and making things perfect is great, but if we all waited till everything was perfect, then things would never happen, and that's kind of how I just roll, you know. So let's see, any other questions? Hi from Temecula, what's happening? You have 3 Scout 800s. Very cool, John. John Show Car Builder has been following me on Instagram, I feel like from the beginning. I've been on the internet doing off-road stuff. We're going on 2 years. Actually, it was, let me see. Yeah, I think we're hitting 2 years this month. What month is this? April. Yeah, because I started my page in April of 2020. Holy cow, time flies. So yeah, that's the long and the short of it. I basically have just learned everything I can from awesome people like Joe, like my best friend James. He is the tail gunner. James is on Instagram. He does not have a YouTube channel, even though he should, because he's brilliant as well. Ben from the 406 Garage, super smart guy. He has a YouTube channel. If you don't follow him, you absolutely should. He does all international stuff. Old, beautiful, vintage resurrections. He's out of Oregon, so, but his channel is live, so. Fusion 4x4, that's who my axles are made by. Dan, who owns that company, taught me so much. And there's just so many other people that have just taught me so much over the years. So surround yourself with good people. Have no problem with saying, I don't know, because how else are you gonna learn? I don't know. I still don't know like anything compared to most people. So, but I try, and just, I learn through doing, and the internet is a great thing. Like, there's so many great people, and there's so many videos, and I've learned how to do a lot of things just by watching YouTube. So the Bleep and Jeep guys, they have great videos, and they're all about like the everyman. So like, work with what you have, and we're not talking like $100,000 rigs. It's like the common man, and tips and tricks, and they're just super humble, awesome people. And they also own the Freedom Winch Lines, which is the winch line that I run, which is like the prettiest winch line ever. And I know they probably hate me when I say that, but it's beautiful. The quality is great, and they're awesome people. So support them by buying a winch line and watching their videos. Because when you watch our videos, whether it's here or Instagram for some, like my reels, for instance, we get paid for views. So you watching, like, if you don't know that, it helps pay our bills. So I'm working on getting my hours up, so YouTube can be a source of that for keeping everything rolling. And I was just reattaching the drive shaft. We're gonna, after I take these tires off tomorrow, we're gonna put those on. I'm gonna do a little paint this weekend, put some rock lights on, and we're fabricating a bumper so we can have a winch. And we're trying to figure out the rear because there's no recovery points. So there should be. Not that she's not capable, but a lot of the rides that we do, we require the people that ride with us to have recovery points, and it only makes sense, you know, just from a safety perspective, to be able to have recovery points everywhere. So that's what we're doing that. Let's see, any other questions? All right, well, it's getting late. I'm gonna at least take the bolts off my track bar on the rear so I can put that new one from Synergy on. And then tomorrow's gonna be a busy day, so I'll go live then. I have this set up now, which is great because I can read my comments, I can see you guys, and I feel like this is gonna work a lot better than what I was working with, because I was always trying to like juggle my phone, and it's just so much better if you have good equipment and you're not worrying about dropping things, because that happens and then we don't have cameras. So I'm gonna get off now. Post in the comments any questions you have for me tomorrow, and I'll be happy to answer them, because I'm gonna be wrenching all day, and your company and support means the world to me. And maybe we'll get Joe in a little Q&A as well. If not tomorrow, maybe we'll do one after EJS, which my schedule for that, I'll be riding with BFG on Tuesday. Tuesday I'll be with the Fab Rats. Can't wait to see them. Wednesday I'll be with Holly, Mischief Maker. Oh, that one dude. Crawl 5280. I think Trail Recon is with us Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. And then Dan Fresh, Dan the Man Fresh, he's a legend. If you aren't into racing, look him up. He's an amazing human, talented driver. He'll be with us. And I know I'm forgetting a bunch of other people. And then there's gonna be a bunch of fans and just BFG lovers, which is awesome. And then we're doing the influencer meet and greet on Wednesday. The BFG Garage is hosting that. So I'm super excited for that. So come and meet me and all of these other amazing people that I've mentioned today. And I know there's a few more that I'm probably missing. But yeah, so if you're going to be in Moab at EJS, and I'll bring you guys along for that. Maybe we can do a little Q&A then. And let's see. It'll be good to see you, the Fab Rats. Yeah, I love them. They're like family. Honestly, they are just amazing humans, and I'm so thankful to call them my friends. And we're going to be doing some stuff with them this year. We're talking about doing Fordyce, and then I'm going to head up there and do a little project. We're figuring out what that's going to be, but they're just great people, and I love wheeling with them, so I'm excited for that. So, but yeah, put your questions in the comments. I will hop on tomorrow. I hope you all have an amazing night. I love you all. Thank you for